Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to Ubisoft News Plays. Happy Friday. Chris, how you doing today?
Happy Friday. I'm great. Can you hear me?
Ooh, Chris, I can't hear you. I wonder if that's...
You can't hear me?
something on my end? Can you all hear Chris?
I think so. I think it's on your end. I'm seeing some levels on Mike.
My headphones are plugged into the wrong place.
Plug them into the right place.
There we go. Streaming from home,
Hi,
everyone.
buddy. We're making it work.
Chris, you're also... I'm going to adjust you super quickly.
No, I need all this space.
You need all this space?
This is my space.
Feels selfish of you.
Just push it out more. Okay. Love it.
All right. We're making it work.
Switch back.
All right, you're gonna get full. You're gonna get more space than me. All right. Sorry about that, everyone. We're streaming Assassin's Creed Odyssey today, Chris.
Yes, we are. It's a beautiful morning in ancient Greece. We just woke up from this tent site where we've been hanging out with, I don't know, this guy.
Well, we've been hanging out with our lion friend.
Oh, we got a lion friend. What was the lion's name again? You named it earlier.
I named it Apollo.
Apollo the lion. Yep. Good name. Good name. Hey, Our Garrett. Hey, Elias. Good to see you in the chat. We are. Yusuf is doing some. Oh, you're protecting the Athenian soldier. Cool. But the reason we're doing, one of the reasons, besides the fact that Assassin's Creed Odyssey is just a super fun game that we love to play, is that there's a special deal going on right now. Discovery Tour for Ancient Greece. Discovery Tour for Ancient Egypt. Those modes from Assassin's Creed Origins and Odyssey are free to claim on Uplay PC. You go to your Uplay PC account, get those Discovery Tour modes for free, and yeah, learn a whole bunch of stuff. Explore the big beautiful worlds without getting jacked up by people with swords and animals with teeth.
You're safe now.
Exactly. Discovery Tour Ancient Egypt obviously came out with Origins back in... It came out actually a little bit after the game was launched, so like 2018. Has 75 different tours, all about ancient Egyptian art, culture, society, tons of stuff. And this mercenary.
Oh, gosh.
When the hunted becomes the hunters, Chris.
I feel like that... Oh, the lion's getting in there. Not so good, but there, you're taking care of it. Well, sorry, Olympiodorus, the compulsive.
Also, we can, well, we'll jump into our mercenary menu later. But as I was saying, yeah, Assassin's Creed Origins launched Discovery Tour in 2018. 75 tours, all about ancient Egyptian art, culture, society, religion, tons of stuff.
Did they have the ones where they talked about how they would embalm people and pull their brains out through their nose and stuff?
Totally, and you get to even learn about natron, which is the salt they use to preserve, to dry and preserve bodies. There's a ton of awesome stuff from that. And if you do every single tour, you unlock a white version of Senu that you could use in the game, which is pretty cool. And then Discovery Tour Ancient Greece came out last year, 2019, and there are fewer tours. There's not 75, but they're much more in depth. You actually have a tour guide, which is a various character in the game. So it could be someone real like Herodotus or Socrates. It could be someone in the game like Marcos, or another real person like Aspasia or Pericles. And it does a cool thing where at the end of the tour, you have the option to take a quiz on what you learned to kind of test your knowledge. And there's no penalty if you get it wrong or right, or it's just kind of a fun way to
You don't have to go do extra credit work to make it up by going to kill some other mercenaries or something.
Fortunately, you do not. Well, I mean, you couldn't.
There's no murders.
There are no murders.
Yeah, there's no violence. Hello to the chat. We are watching the chat on twitch.tv/Ubisoft if you folks want to join us there. But if you're watching on YouTube or Mixer, hi, good to see you there too. Welcome, Dave Woodward, AC. We got hello from Melbourne. What's up, Kangaroo? CZ back PA. Why so sweat? Why turtle? Agent X.
I'm gonna kick this guy into the ocean.
Megalodon. Oh, it's great to see y'all. Yes, please.
You moved.
It's all right. I mean, into the ocean is a cool place to kick people, but when their back splats against the rock is also a cool place to kick people, so count it. Hello from Rochester, New York. What's up, Tooth Nails? Shout out to Upstate.
Such a diverse crowd of folks from all over.
Oh yeah, we got Fake Geek Guy Gaming from Norway. Obby Gamers here. Greetings from Bulgaria from Dennis.
Whoa!
I love it. Got people from all over the place. How y'all doing this morning, afternoon, evening, wherever?
I know. I was gonna say it's not
time
morning
it
for
may
them.
be.
All right, Chris. Speaking of historical things and people, I want to go see our old friend Socrates.
Yeah, let's go see the guy. I like it.
I need to get out of this bandit camp area.
Why So Sweats in London, Mhawk from Jordan, Obby Gamers from ancient Asia. I'm not sure. That's a big place. Oh, this is ancient?
Obby Gamer is 1,000 years old.
Wow, we got time travelers up in here. Yes. Hey, Akifa.
So I want to go
Jeff
see our friend
Netherlands.
Socrates,
Awesome.
Chris.
Great morning.
I want to see...
Why are we going to go see him? I mean, besides the fact that he's a delightful conversationalist.
He's fantastic.
And, like, always just, like... I feel like he's always kind of delighted or excited to see you, and he's like, "Oh, this person has come. This is a strange." I like. Well, he kind of wants to mess with you a little bit.
Definitely, but like, there's also like a bit of like Cassandra being like, "Oh, this guy again." Like, why does he keep
Yeah.
popping up? But I mean, I think he's like one of the most interesting characters in this game, and like gives you leads to some of the most interesting conversations. And we have a Lost Tales of Ancient Greece, which were like free DLC that came out after the game quest involving him. So we're gonna check that out. We're gonna check out the region of Phokis a little bit, and then Chris, we are going to do something you've been requesting quite a bit.
Boats.
We are going to take to the Aegean Sea and ram some people with our flamethrower ship.
That sounds delightful. Can't wait.
That is a thing you could do in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. If you played the Legacy of the First Blade DLC, you unlocked through a quest. You unlocked an upgrade to your ship that allows you to attach flamethrowers to it and fire those off as you ram people.
Seems very dangerous. I mean, you're literally on an entirely flammable conveyance. Fire seems terrifying in that context.
Yes.
I mean, it's also scary in a lot of other contexts, but in that context...
Wood and fire don't get along.
I mean, well, or maybe they do get along a little too well.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying?
Fair. They like each other a bit too much.
We got some more folks in the chat here from Washington, from Ukraine, from Hungary. It's like a just shouting out areas of the world type of morning here on Ubisoft News Plays. Folks, if you're just joining us, if you're not sure who we are, I'm Chris. He's Yusuf. We're on the Ubisoft News team out of San Francisco, where the Ubisoft office here. And we do live streams, we make YouTube videos, we write articles and do interviews with the developers of all types of Ubisoft games to help you discover new games, learn more about the people who create them, and all that kind of stuff.
Jakers, yes, I'll have to follow up with Andy. You're right, he is looking weak. All right, Chris, this is my favorite thing. So we knocked on Socrates' door, and we were met by this woman who says, "Oh, I've heard so much about you," and turns out she's his wife. Now we have the options of saying, "I didn't know Socrates was married," or "He's told me so much about you," and I kind of want to go with that one.
Which one are you gonna do? I mean, it kind of in the spirit of your like jibey relationship with Socrates to be like, I haven't heard crap about you, but what's
true.
your call?
I'm
What's
gonna
your Cassandra move?
But how much Socrates has told me,
I'm gonna be a homie.
I already know you.
Oh? What sort of things has he said?
It's calling you out.
He said you're smart.
He claimed you're the smartest woman he's known.
He always said it was his favorite.
Hey!
So where is Socrates? I got a note that said
Successful lie.
Way to pull it off. Way to pull it off.
He went to another symposium last night, and he didn't come home after.
sounds like a good place to start
Dude,
looking.
this dude is just
I was just
getting
about to head
ripped
there
at
myself.
symposiums.
Come, keep me company.
So knowledged
How
up,
long have you and Socrates been married?
talking all through the
It's been
night.
quite some time now.
What is it about him that you love so much?
Love is not a word I'd use.
He frustrates me a million.
That doesn't surprise me.
Even
That sounds
so,
about right.
It's
Yeah.
worth the frustration. His mind is like no other. Not to mention, he's quite a big lover.
That is not something
Interesting.
I want
Man,
to picture.
Interesting.
People out here just telling their business.
Uh-oh.
So much for calmly walking down the street, Yusuf. You got a rep.
Sending Socrates gifts like giant.
How dare you interrupt my conversation?
Imagine you're just strolling with someone. She's like, whatever. All these people Socrates hangs out with, I don't know. They get into fights, just like randomly in the street. Just gonna be like, where were we? Oh yes, Socrates is a beautiful lover.
Back to our conversation. Sorry, I just had to murder someone in the streets.
There we go. There we go. Hi from Sweden. What's up, Petak? Hey from the Czech Republic. Great to see you. Oh, Greek Pravato from Greece. Yeah, awesome to see y'all in the chat. Lots of love from Egypt.
Hey.
Okay, what do we got? What do you got going on here?
They said she was under arrest.
For what?
I have no idea. We were just talking after the symposium. I'd say go ask him yourself, but he'll be guarded.
They arrested
They took him
Socrates.
southeast of here.
That fool!
Well, it's well known that running your mouth was an arrestable crime in ancient Greece, so probably that.
I mean, I think most of history in the world that was
I need to find out what happened.
arrestable.
That was an arrestable offense. Yeah, that's probably true. Hambone, what's up? Welcome back. Hi from Idaho. Kangaroo down in Australia. Down over in Australia. Down, it's all relative. We're just floating in the middle of space.
Better stay hidden.
I really like the sound of the footsteps on those like tiled rooftops because it sounds like what happens when those like tiles hit each other, but it always makes me super nervous because I feel like the tiles are just going to be like slide down and like you're just going to fight it.
I'm worried they're going to crack.
Yeah. You're going to create a leak for someone. They're going to be like, man, these assassins. Or these mercenaries. These Mystioses running roughshod all over my rooftops. Lord Greylancer, it's 3 a.m. in the morning and I don't care because AC stream. Well, we're super happy to have.
Hopefully, we're not keeping you.
If you folks are curious why we're streaming Assassin's Creed Odyssey on this fine Friday, well, it's because Ubisoft News Plays. That's what Yusuf and I do. We do live streams of a ton of Ubisoft games every Wednesday and Friday. Sort of casual Let's Play stuff, just to showcase the games that we like and sometimes new content for them. And sometimes we do it to promote when, like, there's a cool offer. For example, Assassin's Creed did these things called Discovery Tour for Origins and Odyssey. And it basically takes the whole game world, removes all combat and enemies, and infuses it with all of these fascinating historical lessons. Like, you'll roll up to a temple and like, all of a sudden you talk to a person there and they'll tell you about what's going on. Or you'll go to a statue and there'll be a lot more information conveyed to you about the historical setting. So these are called Discovery Tour. And Discovery Tour from now for the next week through the 21st, I believe, is free to claim on Uplay PC. So all you got to do is log into your Uplay account on PC, go ahead and claim Discovery Tour Ancient Egypt, Discovery Tour Ancient Greece, and have a ball exploring and learning and just kind of having a peaceful time also. It's really nice. Yusuf?
Chris.
What's up?
I will say more about Discovery Tour in a second, but we have met up with Socrates. I'm going to say, the guards let me in.
I only had to tell them how close we are, and they let me come see you.
Ah, then you used what you learned from me. I'm impressed.
Sure.
Words cut very, very deep.
Your care is appreciated.
Words,
But
yes.
If you had waited
Words.
only a bit longer, I'm sure my trial would have taken place and I'd be free.
You're not going to trial. We're
Just
getting you
straight
out.
lounging in jail.
Seems like a pretty swaggy
What good
prison cell.
would escaping do other than prove I'm guilty? No. In fact, I'm looking forward to this trial.
He wants to be on trial. Of course he would.
Interesting.
That seems like it would be pretty
You
classic,
go to trial
Socrates.
just to prove you can convince them of your innocence?
Exactly. You have your ways to find excitement, and I have mine.
What were you arrested for?
I haven't the slightest idea.
And that doesn't bother you?
Sometimes
And yet he's so confident in
doesn't
trial.
the moment we would like. More importantly, this is giving me the necessary time to think.
About...
He's going to figure it all out
To see
in
the
jail.
Pythia, and she told me there is none wiser than me. An intriguing thought, and one I've been unable to stop thinking about.
Socrates.
Damn, the Pythia is really puffing him up, huh?
It matters not what you believe she is or she isn't. I must examine
Yeah, we got
not
some
only
history with
her
the Pythia.
words, But my
Chris, do you
own
remember
self
who
as
and
well.
what the Pythia is?
I know nothing, so how can I
Isn't it the
become
Oracle of
wise?
Delphi?
Yeah, look
Nothing
at
to
you.
do with being locked up.
I
Paying
believe my
attention.
time here and this trial may help me find the answer. I will be fine. Trust me.
Seems very confident.
Why don't you tell me you were married? Yeah, let's ask about that.
Yeah, come on. You gotta
I've
let me
known
know.
you for a while now.
That's true.
And you'd call us friends?
I would.
And friends share important things with one another. Is that so?
Of course, she's not just asking him straight up. She's got to set him
How
up.
did you not know you were married? From
Ooh.
what you just said, that means either we're not friends.
Oh,
or
look
we're
at Cassandra
friends with
outwitting
one another.
Socrates.
So, which is it?
I've wondered how much of our conversation you've taken to heart. And now I have my answer.
What were you doing when
Were
you
you
were
What?
arrested?
doing anything when you got arrested?
If speaking my mind is worth imprisonment, then I suppose I was.
In the future, you may want to be more careful.
You risk life and limb every time you draw your blade. Just because it's
That's
my
very
tongue
true.
that is sharp
Cassandra's not
doesn't
exactly one to
mean
lecture
I'm
people
not
on being
prepared
careful.
to
That's
face
fair,
the
or lawful.
consequences of using it.
Pretty sure I just killed the mercenary on my
Since
way
you
here.
won't leave with me, I'll go see the Pythia
They
myself.
started it. I mean,
That's
come on.
not necessary.
I'll find out why she told you that. I won't let you go to trial, even if you think you'll be found innocent.
Ah, Cassandra, you...
Cabbage
back
Fart says
when I
he
have
still
what I
didn't
need.
answer. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we like about him. Socrates talking smack, says Kangaroo. Hey, X-Light Suit. We're doing well. Having some fun playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's a good day. Chris W. Twitch with a nice tip here. You should be playing Splinter Cell. The whole series is on offer for Xbox Live Gold.
Hey, there you go.
Nice. Good looking out. We played Splinter Cell Conviction a few weeks ago, and yeah, definitely looking forward to playing some more Splinter Cells in the future here on the stream because we will stream games that are sort of current and being updated with new events and stuff. We stream games that have offers like like when with the we streamed the Division on Wednesday, the Division 2, because there's a free trial that you can get at free.ubisoft.com. But also we like to stream games from Ubisoft Pass, from the Uplay Plus catalog. Splinter Cell definitely among those.
Yes. Yeah, we did that about a month ago now or so. Who knows? Time doesn't make any sense anymore.
It's definitely changed a little bit. Yeah, so I've just put the link in the chat. It's free.ubisoft.com. You can go there to learn more about free trials and offers for Ubisoft games. Check it out. For free. Underlord says, I love ancient Greece and Egypt. Ubisoft, thank you for Odyssey and Origins. I mean, Yusuf and I can take exactly zero credit, but we're super glad that you enjoy them. We definitely enjoy them too.
Yeah, I have to say they are my two favorite Assassin's Creed games, the most recent two, Origins and Odyssey.
They're so good. Darkest Lord saying, Cassandra is Socrates' best student, not Plato.
I mean,
paying attention, all right.
I don't see how that's disputable. That sounds like facts to me. Chris, we're heading up to Delphi right now. We're gonna go see the Pythia. I don't. Some of these Lost Tales of Ancient Greece, they're fairly beefy quests. So we probably won't try to tackle it all in the stream because I do want to get some ship combat in. But
right, because you don't want to make me mad.
Exactly. You've been dying for ship content.
I've been promised boats.
So we're gonna head up here. But as we
Cassandra
go,
and Apollo the Lion.
Apollo the Lion, exactly.
But as we go, you were gonna say.
Oh yes. So we just went through some olive trees. We just passed through. Ooh. And so here we have some statues of Prometheus and the birth of humankind, which is of course the famous Greek myth. Which, did these statues actually exist? Probably not. But they're fun.
I mean, there were certainly statues of Prometheus, probably, right?
Yeah. But I don't think we have material evidence of them. But we also get to play a little bit fast and loose with mythology here in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. But the place we are going is very much real, and that's Delphi. So if you don't know, Delphi is home to the Pythia, or the Oracle of Delphi, who is believed to be able to sort of predict prophecies and speak to the gods. And Pythia actually comes from the word Python, Chris. Because as the myth goes, there was an ancient serpent in a giant ancient serpent, which, again, playing fast and loose, kind of with mythology, you can actually see the carcass of in Odyssey here.
Oh yeah, it's in this valley. It's like right on the other side of the. But you're, I like that you're just beelining it for Delphi.
It is.
Roads be danged.
It is somewhat close.
Yusuf is as the crow flies.
as the Icaros flies. But yeah, the myth is that Apollo like slayed the giant serpent and became sort of the patron god of Delphi, which is why.
All right, so wait, hold on. Before you keep climbing, we have a great suggestion from Achilles Melee in the chat.
Hey, man.
Because we're close to both the giant snake skeleton and that Titan statue, can you just like get Icaros out there and like maybe go scope him out real quick? It is a little dark, you know. It's the moon seems bright, but it's also cloudy, so it's not super light out. I don't know how close we are. Maybe it's like
I think it's right over
it's
here.
too far up the valley, but let's take a little bird flight here.
Good call, Achilles Melee, on just taking Icaros.
Yeah. Sploded says, "Hi streamer, do you think this game is worth buying?"
I certainly do.
I mean, certainly. But, I mean, full disclosure, Yusuf and I both work for Ubisoft. But this is a game that we both personally really enjoy. And it is a game that has just, like, a ton of stories and places to explore. And, okay, so here we go. Yusuf is over the sort of Cora of Delphi. And there you can see the jaws of the giant python.
Yes.
At the Snake Temple, winding its way through here. This is a place that's going to be populated by some of those like mask-wearing creepazoids. I forget their names. But yeah, I like how it's also like up and over the temple like columns and stuff. I'm just trying to imagine what the cult of Cosmos. There we go, Achilles Melee. Thank you. Trying to imagine like the battle that led to this python dying here, or if the python was just like died of old age at the Snake Temple one day. You know, who knows?
Well, no. So Apollo slayed it, as the myth goes, Chris.
There we go. Yusuf knows.
And so that's how Apollo becomes sort of the like I said, the patron god of Delphi. But there's also a lot more like myth tied into Delphi. So it's often referred to as like the navel of the world or the belly button of the world because it was thought to be the center of the world. So the other myth goes that Zeus released 2 eagles from opposite ends of the earth, which, again, if you're thinking like the earth is like a flat plane, that makes sense. It doesn't really check out with the sphere. But Zeus released like two eagles, and they flew at the same speed in the same at opposite directions, and they met at Delphi. So that meant Delphi was the center of the world.
Interesting that like the whole belly button of the world imagery is not something that is unique to Greek culture. I remember learning about the Incas and their capital Cusco. Like it means belly button in that language, or if not that word means that exactly, but they would refer to it as that because it's like, you know, that's from where life comes, the center of their civilization, etc.
Yeah. And this charioteer here is actually a very real statue that existed and was found. The chariot and the horses are pretty much gone, but the charioteer and like a little bit of the reins still remain in the Delphi Museum. You can go see.
Okay, so you're up in Delphi with a lion, as you do.
Yes.
Just rolling around, lions following you. People think it's fine.
Naturally. It's funny you say the word belly button too, because the Greek word for belly button was omphalos, and the omphalos stone, again, another myth. If you're familiar with Zeus and his father Kronos, there's that myth that Kronos would eat all of his children because an oracle told him that one of his children would eventually kill him. So he decided, hey, you know, I'm not gonna let them get that chance. I'm just gonna eat them all. And then
he's solution oriented at the very least.
He is. He's action oriented. He took actionable tasks and made it true. But so Zeus's mother, instead of feeding another one of her children to Kronos, decided to disguise a stone as Zeus. And Kronos, being a giant, massive titan, couldn't tell the difference between a stone and a baby, and swallowed it. And so that stone is known as the Omphalos stone. And when Zeus killed Kronos eventually, he pulled that stone from his belly, and it is believed to have resided in Delphi. Again, belly button stone.
Belly button stones. Hey, Stanley was happy. Welcome to the chat. Good to see you. Yusuf, you were getting a shout out from one of our Greek viewers saying, you know your facts.
I do know my
Greek
facts.
Bravado approves.
I taught Greek archaeology in graduate school.
There you go. I'm also seeing a few questions about from Logical Robot and X-Light Suit, sort of about things coming to the Breakpoint, or a question with the Division 2. While Yusuf fights people in the temple, I will tell you that support.ub.com is the place to sort of send any questions like that. Yusuf and I do not have the knowledge or wherewithal to answer any of those questions. So that's where you want to go to get some help on those matters.
I decided to pull out. Oh gosh, the big guns, the big flaming.
You
axe,
sure did.
As it were.
What is that? We did have Falcon was curious about your perk chart and asking about your legendary animal quests. Have you done? Okay, so question 1: have you done legendary animal quests?
Yes, I have completed all of my legendary animal quests.
Bam. Question 2: can we get a quick look at your perk chart and your loadout,
sure.
Especially given that you're using this giant fire blade?
Yeah. So this axe I have right now is the Hades Executioner. So I got this. It's a legendary heavy blade from the Lost Tales, I forget the name of the DLC. The Atlantis DLC, which is like the second main DLC.
The Fate of Atlantis.
Fate of Atlantis. Thank you. But the Fate of Atlantis was broken up into 3 parts, like one in Elysium, one in Tartarus, one in Atlantis. And so the Tartarus one involves you talking, meeting with Hades, dealing with Hades quite a lot. And when you complete that, you get his giant axe, which is just like...
Weapon damage becomes fire damage.
Yes.
Yikes.
It does incredible damage. I also like it because it's like a good sort of like AoE weapon. And then I have my Pride of the Lion sword that is like a bit more focused, singular person-on-person combat. And then you wanted to see my abilities. So I've maxed out the ability tree. I also have every sort of altered version of them, which again was something they added in the DLC. You could alter the effects of your abilities. Actually, speaking of which, I kind of want to use the Ares Bull Charge. Let's do that. Let's put that there.
Yes.
Okay. And then yeah, you can see here I have a healing effect. I have the Spartan Kick. I have the Chain Assassinate or the Rush Assassinate. I have so the Chronos Time Shift is again changed through the DLC, where I leap into the air and I can do like a giant ground pound. And then Hero Strike, which I think is the best ability. I also have the Fury of the Bloodline, which again was added in the DLC. Very good. I just added the Ares Bull Charge.
That's the one where you stab someone 1,000 times.
Yes, and it instead of taking your adrenaline meter, it actually recharges it, so it allows you to build on and like add chain abilities together. And then the very last thing I have is the Altered Ares Madness, which basically gives you the full power of Leonidas's Unbroken Spear, as you can see. So for 10 seconds, all attacks deal 35% assassin damage, which is super high. Assassin damage is much, much higher than any other kind of damage. And all enemy attacks are non-lethal, so you can't be killed.
Not a bad way to go.
Not a bad way to go. And then for my ranged, I have the Predator Bow shot. I have the multi-shot. Ooh, I actually haven't upgraded the multi-shot all the way. What do you know? That's the one thing I'm missing. All right, we're almost at level 75. I can do
that. Logical Robot saying, Spartan Kick never ever stops being useful or hilarious. I will also add to that. All right. What's up, Pythia?
There might be a bit of blood upstairs. Sorry I ruined your temple.
You again!
They tortured me. I thought they were going to kill me, just like I told you. It hurt so badly. I begged for
Of course, the
death.
Pythia plays an integral role in the main campaign
Just
also.
hurry and tell me what you want.
There's something you need to know. The cult is dead.
What do you mean, they're dead?
Just that. I've killed them all.
It's just that
There's nobody left to
I killed them all.
They may have unmasked those who made the decisions, but the cult did not die with them. Their beliefs will live on.
Then I'll find and kill whoever follows them.
That is not a possible task.
Sandra's a
She's
simple
also
woman.
very solutions-oriented.
You also got something, and
I want to know why. Questioning why the Pythia speaks is a strange thing. I know why you speak, and I know who controls your voice. Tell me why the cult had you tell Socrates he's the wisest. The cult
what's up?
didn't tell me to say that. I did that on my own.
Oh, really?
The cult wouldn't allow you to do that. Which is why I was very careful. I seek Socrates as an ally, but simply asking him to help wouldn't have worked. An ally for
Socrates
what?
seems like a decent
I know
ally.
much of Socrates. Not only
He's a
has
smart
he
man.
visited me often, but his students
Chris, did
do as
you
well.
wait,
Get
at any
to the
point in your life did you call him
know
Socrates?
The gods don't speak through me.
Socrates?
Yes.
I feel Socrates
No, I
is
think it
the
was always
one who can
Socrates.
convince
Socrates,
others
yeah.
of this.
Yeah.
If he succeeds,
Not the
cult will have
Socrates
no more
of
need for me.
Odyssey.
So you're hoping he
I'm a fan
comes
of
to the
Socrates.
conclusion that the gods don't exist?
Yeah, but would you like
Matters
say
not
it
if
in
Socrates
conversation?
believes
Like,
they exist.
yeah, I'm
He
talking
is
about
simply
philosophers
glad
as we
that the
do on
gods
weekends.
speak through me.
My buddy Socrates. I feel like that might be like a little extra. But hey, do
This
you?
is getting complicated. Whatever you
Stanley
do,
was
you
happy
can't
with the
tell
perspective on
Socrates.
Cassandra's
I understand.
action-oriented approach, saying,
He has to come to the answer on his
"Me,
own.
so Cassandra, I can't
Exactly.
open this jar."
Although,
Cassandra,
if you
I will
truly
kill
wish
the
to
jar.
help Socrates, a student of his
Matrix Ninja,
arrived
yes, we are
not
playing a
long
Lost
before
Tales of
you.
Greece.
He seemed distraught. Distraught. He was clutching
And yeah,
on
these are
tightly
fairly
to
beefy
his chest
quests,
and
so
kept
we're not going to
looking
play this
over
entire
his
one
shoulder.
in
He
on the
told
stream
me he was
because
going
Chris
to
has
the
been
tomb
dying
nearby until
for
things were safe. Thank
some
you.
ship
I'll find
combat. So
I want to take to the sea, and I have wanted to take to the sea for the past 2 Assassin's Creed streams, but I haven't mentioned it. And finally, I told Yusuf, and he was kind enough to say yes, we would go on a boat. So we're going on a boat. A little
we
bit.
still got our lion friend. Okay,
Yes, Apollo. Please don't come back here again.
so this is a pretty beefy quest. As you can see, there's a lot of things we still need to do. I'm gonna go ahead and sign up for one of our contracts, which I believe is going to take us into the ocean. It's called Ocean Threat. Destroy Athenian ships all over Greece. All right.
Let's go.
Let's
kill
get
some boats.
to-
Let's go. Kill some boats.
So I mean,
We got some question about the stream here, Yusuf. I'm going to address real
Oh,
quick.
hit me.
Unless you want to tell us where you're going before you fast travel. Tell us where you're off to and why, and then I'll address some
I'm
stream
gonna head
questions.
into Athens, and then I'll head to the ship dock, and that'll I can summon my ship from there. And because we need to take out Athenian ships, I'm guessing the port of Athens is the place to do it.
It's a good place to rock out from there. Nice. All right, so Fake Geek Gaming. Wonder if there's Twitch drops for this stream. Not on Ubisoft Play stuff. On this channel, other stuff does do Twitch drops sometimes, but it's usually very sort of announced ahead of time and publicized during the stream. So not this time around. We had another question. ISOJ, what is normally streamed on this channel? So regularly, Yusuf and I do Ubisoft news plays. It's like casual Let's Play stuff on a range of Ubisoft games on Wednesdays and Fridays. But also, this channel will also stream other Ubisoft sort of game events. They stream, notably recently we streamed the reveal of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And so it's a great channel to follow for big announcement stuff. Of course, we just also Ubisoft announced earlier this week, coming in July is Ubisoft Forward, which is going to be our big presentation of exciting things to come. So that's a great reason to follow this channel as well. You're definitely not going to want to miss that broadcast. I believe July 12th. Is that the date, Yusuf?
Yeah, July 12th. Ubisoft.
July 12th. Yeah, so just give the channel a quick follow and you'll get the notification. Easy peasy.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Chris.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
All right, so we're in the port area of Athens.
The port of Piraeus.
I'm not your enemy.
Just some reassuring words to Apollo the lion. I'm not your enemy.
But yeah, we stream tons of stuff here. Like last Friday, we did a fun stream with the cast of Mythic Quest. We played some Brawlhalla.
That was fun. They have such a good time.
They do. They're such a fun crew to hang out with. Speaking of, I'm actually wearing
many
a
boats.
Mythic Quest shirt.
So many people.
There you go.
Yeah.
There must be
I'm wearing a
food
shirt
here
with
to feed
lots of
everyone over
jellyfish on
here.
it because I'm excited to go to sea.
All right. Oh, no, lion. I don't want to untame you. We got to get him out of the way.
Viva Isa is saying, in schools here in Egypt, we study ancient Egypt. How beneficial do you think using the tour simulator would be for students? Also, how many languages are there? Yusuf, you want to handle that one?
Yeah. So actually, I don't know languages. I'm sorry off the top of my head. That is something I'm sure you could figure out with a relatively quick Google search. But I think it's very, very helpful. One of the things that you don't get so much from books or slides is kind of just like a sense of place and relation. So like how big something is compared to a human, or where something is located in comparison to another thing, or like how long it would take people to travel from one place to the next. And I think Discovery Tour does a really good job of conveying that kind of stuff. Like I said, I studied ancient Egypt, I studied ancient Greece in college and grad school. I still found the tours to be super helpful. So yeah.
Yeah, and it's like you're saying, I mean, also kind of just the visualization of like a daily life kind of thing, you know, like what, just the artistry of just imagining what it looks like. Because you can look at art from the time, you can look at, paintings that people have done, but like being able to kind of explore and see the what the artists on the development team created in terms of what it looks like and their vision of, inspired by the extensive historical research they did, I find it super fun.
All right, Chris, you ready? Been asking for this.
Ram in time.
Oh no!
Catch him. Ooh, see that flamethrower? Oh no! Oh, they're so on fire. Was that the flamethrower, or was that the just like everyone fire it? All right, cool. Yeah, we gotta work up to it. Nap time assassin saying, "I gotta figure." Oh god! Oh no! Oh, that's bad. Oh, they didn't even have a chance.
Oh, hey, I got the thingy.
Fire on water. I mean, that's definitely.
So should we board ship too? Let's do that.
Yeah. Mix it up.
IX Snack 3XL for Sparta or Athens? That's a good question. I think, personally, as a, through the story, like Cassandra's story, I always, kind of sided more with Athens when I could, because, from my standpoint, and, kind of spoilers for the beginning of the game, she is kind of betrayed a little bit by Spartans. And so,
Yusuf, the cheers of your crew, I think, are people able to hear Yusuf clearly during that heated moment of battle? I'm wondering if it's just on my end. But let us know if you folks ever have any feedback about can't hear you so well or whatever. Please let us know, because we are streaming from home and we're adjusting all this stuff ourselves. So let us know. But I think Yusuf, you came out with your answer was Athens.
Yeah, from Cassandra's standpoint. I mean, spoilers for history, from 2,500 years ago.
Spoilers for things that actually happened in the world.
Sparta does win the Peloponnesian War between Athens.
It's gonna go boom. The ramming is so bad. Oh, see you later. Oh man, just so much fire. And to the bottom. Yusuf, one of our stream tech guys helping us out, Anthony says, lower the game audio.
Oh, lower game audio, okay.
Yeah.
Easy enough. Lowered it a bit there.
Boom.
Oh, look at the dolphins. Look at the dolphins. Are those sharks? It's gonna be sharks.
Those look like sharks. Well, sharks show up, right? The sharks can smell the blood in the water.
Oh, 100%.
Do the sharks like barbecued Athenian is the question. And I think we just got our answer.
Ooh, we have another Athenian ship here. Of course, Athenian ships have blue sails. Easy to recognize them. The colors of the Delian League. All right. So should we ram and flamethrower this one?
Yeah, I think we want to see that flamethrower again, because I especially like the flamethrower cam. It's just and I don't know what is that. It looks like you have some kind of eagle maybe as your bow spirit.
Yeah, I do have an eagle. I am the eagle bearer after all. I only thought it fitting.
Very on brand. I think I rocked the octopus a lot myself.
That's fair. Octopi are terrifying.
That's right. This octopi are one of the sea creatures you find to be terrifying. Yes. Is that correct?
The most terrifying.
The most terrifying. Oh man, I remember watching this this kind of like speculative future nature documentary where they were like, imagine life 100 million years from now on Earth when like the world has changed in these ways. What kind of creatures would there be? And it was just kind of like, let's imagine what new kinds of creatures could evolve. And one of them was that octopi had evolved to walk on land and were like swinging through the trees like
Chris, Chris, I don't need to hear this. This is nightmare fuel.
It was so cool, but it was also pretty creepy. Yeah, it was definitely creepy.
That's terrifying. No, thank you.
Achilles Melee, in answer to your... While Yusuf stews in that newfound image that I just seared into his brain about octopuses swinging through the trees, maybe just perching in the trees outside your house right now, when do you get the flamethrower? That Yusuf got in one of the DLCs, I believe?
Yeah, so it's part 2 of Legacy of the First Blade. So that's when you meet Darius, the first really assassin, or like proto-assassin, the first person to wield the hidden blade, I should say. And also the person who assassinated King Xerxes. But yeah, you basically help Darius take down various members of the cult of Cosmos. And one of them is a ship captain who is building this weapon that's supposed to devastate the seas. And it turns out to be this flamethrower, and you're able to kind of steal it from her.
Kind of steal it? Did you kind of steal it?
All right, you totally steal it.
Also, shout out to Matrix Ninja and Kangaroo for sharing. Yeah, it's on the Fate of Atlantis episode 3, Legacy of the First Blade. Or wait, Legacy of the First Blade didn't flame. Or yes. Anyways, whatever you guys just said. Fake it till you make it says, hey Chris, you promised me Gods of Monsters is going to release this year. That's a completely false statement. I don't make any promises. What am I, a video game man company? I don't know. I don't know these things.
All right, we took out our Athenian ships. All right, I guess stopping by Athens was the trick.
Turns out you were right, Yusuf. Going to Athens where the Athenians are. Boom.
I think this is this ship here. Ooh, there's a mercenary here. All right, we're fighting.
Oh yeah, mercenary fight? Okay, now you've made pretty quick work of those Athenian ships, but mercenary might give you a little more of a run for your money. How are you feeling about your chances?
I'm feeling
Yusuf?
confident.
I mean, they're already down to half health and on fire, so I think you're doing okay.
Exactly. So you have to kind of charge up your flames, your flame abilities. So you have flame arrows, flame spears, and the flamethrower ram, obviously. But yeah, like I have to wait now until you see the yellow glowing effects. Hey, there we go. We already taken it down. Yeah.
Oh, now it's time for a brawl.
My ship is pretty beefy. I'm like, it's not 100% leveled up because they do keep adding new tiers that you can improve your ship, and they are very expensive in terms of money and crafting materials. So I have it completely.
Just going in. Get in there. Icaros getting in the mix.
Icaros wants that smoke.
Icaros is not impressed with these human fighters.
Oh, so
I've been watching Cassandra just make mincemeat out of so many Greeks, and it's just like, psh, I can take these guys.
You might notice too, I have my lieutenants on my ship with me because you can equip up to 4 lieutenants on your ship, and they will give you like kind of buffs to your to like various things like more fire damage or like some more health on your ship.
And also they like roll up with you.
Oh
right?
yeah, they're up here fighting. So I actually have some DLC ones. So I actually have Bayek and Aya.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
And then I have Marine, who is my Cassandra's mother. I like to keep it family.
You got your mom and Bayek and Aya.
There's Aya right
very
here.
Very wholesome family vibe here on Yusuf's ship.
And then I have Alexios. Oops.
Slow blow, yes, you see Yusuf is using the Hades weapon for sure.
Alright, so you gotta loot the ships before they go down, because they will say
Before they go down. I don't know, I kinda like it when you there are times when I like get 2 of the chests, but then the ship breaks in half and I'm like, no, I gotta get the 3rd one. The loot chest is still there, it is just slowly sinking to the bottom, so you can dive in to the water and loot it before it sinks too far out of your reach.
Should we go?
Oh yeah, Achilles Melee saying you can equip Poseidon's Spear and chase the chest down.
Yeah, so yeah, what Achilles Melee there is referencing is that Poseidon's Spear. Oh, we're sinking. We're sinking.
Did you want to get back on the boat?
I kind of want to see where this goes. All right, so I'm swimming now.
You want to follow the boat? Yeah, let's go. Are you going to equip Poseidon's
Well,
Spear?
there might be some sharks that come with all this blood.
Go, go, go! Dive! See, there's the chest. I think you already looted it, but like it falls a little slower.
Yeah.
Presumably because it's closed and there's an air bubble inside of it. Oh man, this ship sinks fast.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make it. But yeah, Poseidon's Spear basically gives you an ability that lets you breathe underwater, so you can go swimming anywhere you want.
Oh, that sounds fun. Oh yeah, there's a lot of shark meat here.
Yes, I'm gonna get out.
Hello, Assassin's Creed is great 621. Welcome to the chat. Good to see you.
What a name.
Chris W Twitch saying currently playing AC China. Pretty cool stealth-focused 2D game.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Totally. Assassin's Creed Chronicles.
By the way, folks, I've been seeing that you, folks curious about Valhalla and new information about it, or the next time you're going to get a new look at it. I don't have any of that information to share with you. I'm not trying to ignore y'all out there. We see it. We see the enthusiasm and the excitement for it. So, yeah, we don't have any information to share about that, but if you follow this channel, you'll get notifications, and if you see any Valhalla stuff pop up, or if you see, then you'll know that it's coming down the pipe. But we have no information on when the next information on that is coming for you.
Totally. Yeah. We are the Ubisoft news team. As soon as we have news we can share, it is our jobs to share it, so
We do.
we'll do that. So one of my favorite things in this game, Chris, is honestly just sailing in the open world. Like, if I'm, not in a rush, I'm not, streaming or anything like that, I will totally take the scenic route to all my destinations. And, my favorite thing is that you can traverse the entire map, which is absolutely massive, without seeing, a single loading screen. So, here's this island over here. I'm just going to sail to it. I'm going to get off my ship, and I'm going to be on that island. And, there's not going to be a single loading screen or anything.
So beautiful. Stanley was happy saying, I can't listen to information about Valhalla because I get lost looking at Ash's magnificent beard.
That's fair.
That's referring, of course, to Ashraf Ismail, the creative director on Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
I sometimes joke that he is my game dad.
Game dad goals.
Yes. He is the evolved version of me.
All right. Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. All right. Can we do an underwater approach here? What kind of coral, what kind of fish life are we looking at? Oh, look at all the fishies swimming hither and thither, just doing their fish things, living their fish lives.
Swinging our fire axe.
I've been thinking about how being in water is very calming for me, and would it be cool to be a fish? And I think that probably no, it would probably not be cool to be a fish, because to Yusuf's earlier point about the oceans being terrifying, there's just a lot of stuff that wants to and can eat you and is designed to surprise you, and so you don't even know that it's happening. So I just feel like I'd be very anxious all the time. But then again, if fish had anxiety all the time, I feel like that would be an evolutionary trait they'd want to not select for. I don't know. Do fish have anxiety?
Get anxious? Ask them the real questions, Chris.
Do we have any ichthyologists in the chat who can comment on whether fish get stressed?
That's a $5 word.
Does that mean you're paying me $5, or am I?
I never got that saying. It's a good question.
Algun saying, I never finished or properly played an Assassin's Creed game till I finished AC2 a few weeks ago, and I got to thank you guys for creating an amazing universe. Can't wait to finish every mainline game until Valhalla. Agun, so glad you got to check that out and got to play that one. Yeah, obviously,
I wonder, did
a lot
you
of us
pick it up when it was free?
Yeah, did you get a part of the deal? The sort of player parts play at home campaign that Ubisoft was running. If you folks are curious about that, you can, and the free trials and stuff that Ubisoft is still currently offering. Go to free.ubisoft.com. I just put the link in the chat. Yeah,
that's why we're playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey right now, because Discovery Tour Ancient Egypt and Discovery Tour Ancient Greece are free right now on Uplay until May 21st.
That's right. Just log in on your PC to your Uplay account. You'll be able to find those and explore the whole open worlds of Assassin's Creed Origins and Assassin's Creed Odyssey without any combat, with just the beautiful scenery, the people bustling about their lives, and informational educational tours where you can learn some cool stuff about ancient Greece. and ancient Egypt.
Absolutely.
Yusuf down on the beach.
All right, I'm gonna go loot some treasure in this cave.
Greek Bravado pointing out that fish, since they die from tapping the glass of our aquarium, they probably do get anxious.
That's fair. All right.
Thank you for addressing my fish anxiety question.
Chris, how you feeling? Do you want some more ship combat? Should we go back, see what's up with the Pythia and Socrates? Should we keep exploring?
You know what? I'm gonna leave this to chat. Let's give it a quick vote. Do you vote ships or Socrates? Ships or Socrates? Put it in the chat. We'll get some answers. We'll see what they say. Yusuf, what I want you to do now is just kind of, can you do like a nice little horse ride?
Oh, horse ride,
like
sure.
Not or sprint, just like a nice little horse trot around the island, or walk around the island. Just kind of do like a slow walk while you, oh my god, that horse is on fire.
Yes.
What? All right, this is your hell horse.
This is,
right?
Yes, this is my special customized.
Is it possible to go slower than this?
Oh yeah, of course.
This is what I want. This is the speed that I want. Okay. Oh man, no, I gotta count.
Ships.
Ships
I'm
versus
seeing,
Socrates.
I'm seeing a lot of both.
It's tricky.
This is where having a pole would come in handy.
Yeah, totally. We are working on some cool tech stuff for you folks.
We are.
Achilles Melly saying ships on Nightmare. Abraxas is not one of the options. Assassin's Creed is great.
I think Abraxas might be the name of the horse skin.
Oh, nice. There we go. Okay, Socrates, ships.
Yes.
I'm feeling like Socrates is winning out a little bit over ships.
Let's head back to Delphi.
Yeah. Okay. Now, how far away are we from?
I mean, it's up here. Oh, may have lost Chris here. Let me try and get him back. Y'all still got me? Y'all still got me, I think. All right, we're gonna fast travel back to Delphi, and while we do that, we will work on getting Chris back. All right, Chris, where'd you go, buddy? Yeah, sorry about that, folks. We're streaming from home. We got a little bit of technical difficulties. Oh, Chris just texted me. Let's see. His laptop froze. Oh, no. Okay, no worries. We'll power through. We'll persevere, and when he is able to, he will join us once again. Meanwhile, you know, as far as freezing positions go, he's not in a bad spot. He could have froze in a much more embarrassing position, but that's not so bad. Yeah, folks, sorry about that. Frozen in time. Yeah. Insanely was happy. Yeah, not a bad pose. There are worse poses to be frozen in. Actually, Chris has a lot of on-camera hosting experience. One of the first things I ever remember him telling me is that if you pause a video at any moment when someone is talking, odds are they're going to look real stupid. But he manages to pull it off. Alright, so we're back in Delphi during the daytime, as you can see. Okay, so we need to find Socrates' student. So the tomb is in Phokis, which we're in Phokis. It is in the western half of the Grand Mount Parnassus. It is in the tomb of the first Pythia. Now, normally if like I hadn't been here before, I'd have to search that out. It would just be kind of a question mark. I have played a lot of this game. I know where the tomb of the first Pythia is. I can just set a marker there, and we can be on our way. Ooh, I see a hostile mercenary, though. And I can't resist the good fight. I also want to rise up the ranks of the mercenaries. Ooh, this person's booking it. Where are they going? Okay, shh. We're gonna sneak up on them from behind. We're gonna get a stealth critical hit. Probably won't kill them. Yeah, definitely won't kill them. Ooh, but do a decent chunk there. All right, more than half of their health. Let's go. Ooh, let's show. Here we go. Look at that, just easily. taking them out. So when we go into, like, you can check out the Mercenaries tab. You can kind of see where you are. They added, with level caps, new level caps, they added a ton of stronger mercenaries. And like you can see there are contracts for certain ones. So I have a contract right now to take on Nano the Abacos. And like you can click in and like read a little bit about them, see what loot you'll get from them, mark them on your map. You can see they take less damage from fire. They're kind of buffed that way. They have a strength that way. And they enter into a rage state when close to death. So rage states make them like so you can't stagger them or like kick them or anything like that, knock them down. Chris seems to be back.
Yusuf, I'm back. Can you hear me?
You're back, Chris. Oh, and I think you went seamlessly in.
I'm back in the pit.
You're back in the pit.
Chat, can you hear me okay? Hi. Hello. I'm back. Thank you. My entire laptop froze, and now I'm on a different computer, but displaying some adaptability. What'd I miss?
We got to Delphi. We were taking a look around. We were looking at the mercenaries because we had one come at us. But like as you can tell, so like we're in tier S1. The goal obviously is to get all the way to the top. I was at the top, but then they increased the level cap to 99. That meant a whole bunch of new mercenaries because I'm only level 75. So I think I can get into it. Tier S3 still has a level 75 dude, so I can break into there for sure. But then when you get into tier S4, you have some people that are far out of my level range. I'm not going to be able to take them on anytime soon.
Not with that attitude, you're not.
Hercules, the tongue-tied. Very strong. But I'll get there eventually. That might be a good goal for... Before Valhalla comes out, can I get to level 99?
Can you hit level 99? Do we have any level 99ers in the chat?
If you're level 99, let me know. Let me know how many hours you put in. Because I'm like probably pushing, 200, at least 180, I'd say.
180. That's a lot of hours.
Well, yeah,
you do. One came at you because you are like double stacked on mercenary alert meter down there. It looks like.
Oh yeah. Well, I kind of like to leave it up sometimes, because like why not? Let my prey come to me.
Come and see what awaits you. The tomb of the first Pythia. Sure, just roll up, no problem.
Yeah.
Oh,
so the cool thing is like when you go, yeah. So you got the pythons, Chris. You're recognizing the iconography, as they say. But what's cool is when you go into these like tombs, like these are supposed to be like old things already in Cassandra's time, like way predating the classical era. And so like you see like right up here, you see this a bull right there, and you see like someone leaping over it. That's actually a very, very famous Minoan fresco that you can see if you ever go and travel and visit Knossos.
I'm sorry, Knossos?
Knossos, yes.
And I do not know how to pronounce these places.
That is a Minoan settlement.
It's not Knossos?
No, it is not.
Good to know.
You do pronounce the K.
These guys are probably fine with you being here, right? Those guys? They're cool with it?
Definitely not fine with it.
Oh yeah. Chat has put a lot of large numbers in about how many hours they have. A bunch over 100, a bunch over 200. Yeah, we got some Odyssey fans for sure. Light Etsos is from Crete, close to Knossos.
Yeah, so Knossos is on Crete, the island of Crete.
Yeah, nice. Light Etsos, have you done Discovery Tour, or have you played this game? Like, talk to me. Is this have you like seen ruins that you visited, or like is the Crete vibe similar? Like, what do you got? What are your impressions? All right, Yusuf, you're. Can you look at this statue for a second? And while you're doing that, screen share with me your gameplay.
Oh, sorry about that.
No worries. Looking good, lady. It's important to compliment inanimate objects and statues that you encounter. That's what I feel when it comes to taking tours.
Absolutely. All right, so we need to find Socrates' student.
Light Etsos from Crete says, I've put in about 150 hours, and it's pretty accurate. Cool. Yeah, that was one of the things that was really fun about Watch Dogs 2 for Yusuf and I. We talked about it on a stream a little while ago. Is you know, it's set in the Bay Area. We both live in the Bay Area, seeing the places that we recognize and stuff like that. So hopefully you had some fun doing that.
Yeah, one of the really cool things I got to do leading up to this game was go to Greece. Got to go to Athens. Got to go to see Delphi. And,
So cool.
And yeah, got to visit Knossos as well.
Oh man, so jealous.
Yes, definitely the highlight of my entire time working here. Like, I don't even think it's
Have
close.
these streams meant nothing to you, Yusuf? Just kidding. I can't compare to a trip to Greece. Who am I? I'm just Chris. Please.
Hey, you're not just Chris.
Oh.
You're the Chris.
Rush 2 saying, bro, Discovery Tour is the best.
Discovery Tour is. Ooh, have I? No, I've been here.
Yes, you've already like read the mysterious glyphs.
Yeah, the ancient stelae. These normally, if you haven't visited them before, they give you an ability point, so they're very useful to seek out.
I have an important question.
Hit me.
Does anybody else get a little bit hungry when they look at that snake that's on fire? I've never eaten a snake, but it just kind of seems tasty to me to see the snake on fire in the tomb. I don't know why.
Because it's like cooked?
Yeah, because it's like it's getting nicely seared and crispy.
Interesting. Interesting.
No, I'm not seeing any enthusiasm for my my flambéed snakes. Oh, yeah, Kangaroo, Kaiser Dark Axe. Yes, thank you. For all the Stanleys out there that I am worrying, I'm glad that some people.
That seems like a strange thing to want.
Slobo, learning more about you, Chris Waters.
Well, that's one of the side benefits of watching these streams. Oh, Viva's only hungry now because I mentioned it. Well, you know, maybe it's time to eat. Let's we're approaching lunchtime here in San Francisco, so it must be like past dinner maybe over in Egypt. Byte.exe is scared of snakes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
People in Egypt are getting ready for iftar right now. Breaking their fasts.
Oh yeah. Well, no wonder you're hungry. In Italy, it's dinner time, says Jasper. Oh, they did 2 hours ago, I guess, says Viva.
Your mind will be so aflutter with thoughts.
I'm not sure I'd last a whole day with him. I'll
Not
take care
sure.
of the priests.
All right, you're gonna take care of some priests.
Yes.
Sure.
Well, please.
Cassandra is definitely one of the #1 causes of death for priests in ancient Greece.
I was just, you could have just left out priest. #1 causes of death in ancient Greece.
Just
Cassandra.
So you're going to stop being his student?
It feels I have no choice.
The armor I'm wearing too right now is the Dicastis armor, which is from chapter 3 of Fate of Atlantis, the actual Atlantis DLC. Cassandra becomes basically the Dicastis, which is like kind of like the governor of Atlantis, and so that's why I get those. I have those cool sort of lines on my arms and face.
Ah, there you go. Yeah, I saw someone put that word "dicastis" I think in the chat earlier, and I was like, I don't know what that word is. I'm not gonna read it. Dinner time in France. Kangaroo saying it may seem stereotypical as an Aussie, but I have eaten snake before. I need more information. What did it taste like? Was it like, I don't imagine it would be much more than like jerky. I don't know. Snakes aren't that big, but I don't know. 9 p.m. in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, definitely time. Oh, I've had crocodile, but not snakes, as Achilles Melee. I have had crocodile as well when I went to Gamescom. Yusuf, okay. I don't think we're gonna do the entire Socrates trial, but is that what I'm seeing here? Is like this quest is like you get involved with this whole legal proceeding now?
So there's persuasion check and deposition opposition. So kill the priest and steal the evidence is one of them. And then persuasion check is find and talk to the philosophers. Philosophers are in focus. Cassandra knew that Socrates stand a better chance at the trial if she convinced others to stand up for him. So I think it's kind of like, here's the violent route, here's sort of the peaceful route. You know, Do we go with our, you know, do we talk our way out of this, or do we just kill our way out of this? I'm going to go with persuasion check. That seems more appealing to me.
You want to go chat with some philosophers real quick?
So they are at Delphi. They can be the northwest sanctuary of Delphi. Okay, that should be...
Kaiser Darkass says you don't have full armor on. What does this mean?
What does that mean?
I don't know, like a full set of armor, perhaps?
I'm wearing the De Castis armor. What are you talking about, Kaiser Darkass? Okay, I'm just gonna fast travel, because sometimes I get stuck. I can't remember my way out.
ISOJBTW asking, why is subscribing turned off for the channel? Because we're Ubisoft, we're not out here sort of making money off Twitch in that way that people subscribe to channels and whatnot. So just go ahead and follow the channel, and then you'll get all notifications and whatnot. Is that right, Yusuf? That's the correct take?
That's 100% true.
That
So
answer?
subscribing on Twitch is like a payment thing. It's like $5 a month. That's not why we stream. You know, we're just here to show off some games, entertain y'all. So yeah, just the follow button is all you gotta do or want to do.
Beware snakes in the grass, says Kelder Spark. Or Q Elder Spark.
Logical Robot says, I keep spelling Odyssey wrong in chat. That is one of like the secret benefits of this game, is I learned how to spell Odyssey real quick.
Like every time. No confusion on this end, because you for sure have to type it a lot.
Yes, 100%.
21 Reeve, welcome to the chat. Good to see you.
Ooh, there's another mercenary, Chris.
It's sunny. Let us bathe this sunny day in Delphi in the blood of the mercenary. Yeah, okay. Who are we gonna come across? Do we know? Can we read a quick bio? Who do we think this is?
Yes, we can check him out.
Who is it? Surprise! It's Leokides the businessman. Can we?
You want to jump in?
Yeah. I want to know about the businessman before we shut down his business.
Okay.
Leokides,
the businessman.
Let's get the profile on this fella.
Okay.
Wow, he's adorned. Let's hear it.
Leokides started as a mercenary with good intentions, only wanting to spend his coin to help his poor family. Unfortunately, the richer he became, the less he gave to his family. It's said he ended up running a weapons business, helping both sides of the war at the same time. He's an arms dealer, Chris.
Dark turn.
Let's see.
Dark turn.
He has a heart condition, so he'll take more damage from assassinations. And he's a brawler, so takes less damage from melee attacks. Okay. So let's see, while Icaros is harassing him, we can get in the critical strike. Oh yeah, that took about 2/3 of his health.
That was a lot. Oh, business time, Leokides. Uh-oh, is he gonna poison? Oh no, you're poisoning him.
Oh yeah. Well, he takes less damage from melee, so I figured, hey, oops.
Get ranged.
Sorry,
oh no! He just poisoned a random civilian? Look, civilians need to learn how to get away quickly. Because look, these poison arrows, I mean, you can't always trust these mercenaries out here.
I mean, that was a very efficient way to do it.
That was very fast.
And hey, that bumped us up. Oh, no, that bumped him down to tier 2, to S2. We are still not. We probably have to take out both of these, and then that would bump us into S3.
Yeah, before when you were asking about people's levels and how many hours they had, we had a couple S4s in chat. Yeah, sitting on top of the
gotta mean you're in like the 90s level-wise. Fun fact, Chris, while we're here, this structure we're in right now, called a theater, not an amphitheater.
Looks like an amphitheater to me. Why?
So
what's an amphitheater then?
Ampha, the prefix ampha, means two. So an amphitheater is two theaters facing each other. So an amphitheater is a complete, like, not necessarily always round structure, but yeah, it's like a full, there's like a center and there's seating on all sides. Whereas a theater, there is only half seating.
Oh, interesting.
A lot of people use those words interchangeably, but no.
Yeah, me included. I would for sure have called this an amphitheater.
Yeah, like something like the Colosseum is an amphitheater, whereas this, just the theater.
Okay.
All right, let's talk to these philosophers.
People just hanging out at the theater. Well, philosophers. You know philosophers.
What then if the teacher is wrong? Does that not simply perpetuate these wrong teachings amongst future generations?
It's a handy speech if you want to annoy your teachers on Zoom calls, kids.
Think of those who came before us. First Thalis, then his student Anaximandros, and then Anaximenes.
I have a feeling I'm going to need my wits about me for this
Teachings of those
conversation.
before him,
Yeah, I don't know. Are you ready to go fully in on this?
have reached the conclusions he did.
I don't think
Oh,
that's
this
true
kid
at
just
all.
sitting up on the
But
wall wants to know
perhaps
what's going on.
this new phase can offer a different perspective.
I don't know who those people are. I wasn't listening. The student always surpasses the teacher. Ooh. You know, I mean, at one point, I think you could have considered Socrates Cassandra's teacher, and she gave him kind of a verbal tongue lashing last time we met. So I'm going to say the student always surpasses.
That's true. I like that. Achilles Mele saying, these philosophers are boring. Where's Alcibiades when you need him? That guy knows how to party.
Observation. The time saved by receiving the knowledge allows the student not only to expand on the ideas, but to come up with more of their own. But what if the student expands on ideas without first seeking the truth behind them?
Teachers, there's a handy retort for if any kids are giving you some snot in your Zoom calls.
We need to think from ourselves. You know, we can take in the knowledge from the teachers, but you know, I don't think you should take anything without questioning it.
If we listen to others and take what they say as fact, we have only ourselves to blame.
So,
What do you? I kind of am digging these little
student or teacher,
light
must
tattoo
spend
highlights
time
she's got
to
going on.
understand
Oh, yeah,
if
the
what they
Dicastis.
say is even true.
Your appearance betrays you, Mystios. Clearly, you've taken on a teacher of your own.
Something like that.
What? Just because a woman carries a bow and the flaming axe of Hades around means she can't learn a little bit?
Ah, if it's another debate you want, it will be hard for us to decide who hates that man more.
Uh-oh.
Why would we help him?
Uh-oh.
Dang.
I'm not going to threaten him. That's not the way. That's not the way. Socrates is just
Not
like,
feeling it?
Worst enemy.
All right, all right.
If they're willing to imprison someone like Socrates only for his words, what's to say they won't do the same to you?
So, you want
Good
us
point.
to help out of fear of being imprisoned ourselves?
I don't care why you help. If I hadn't said his name,
don't care,
would you
just
think
do
it
what I
was right
say.
Socrates was locked up.
If it's as you say, and it was for his words, then no.
Snake wants you to
Aren't you
threaten
afraid it could happen to
Yusuf.
you too?
Of course.
But, okay,
If
you're
we
a
can
woman of
speak our
science.
minds, what else are we to do?
If you believe that, then you should help.
Fine, fine. You've made your point, and you.
We had Jaden Core early in the chat saying, I really needed to check out Discovery Mode because I love the map, but I don't like the combat system. Well, if you're not into the combat, then yeah, Discovery Mode is where it's at. And
We'll gather
you can
some
check it out for
others
free
as well.
on
Make
PC.
sure
Discovery
our
Tour,
voices are heard.
Ancient Egypt Discovery Tour,
Believe it
Ancient
or
Greece.
not,
Available
we're
now for
pretty
free.
good at causing a scene.
If you're like Socrates, that's not hard to believe.
Wow, I've never seen someone convince them so easily before.
ooh, this child is
Is
impressed.
that so? I guess
Yeah,
I should
Stanley
think
was
now.
happy, was commenting that the kid that I commented on earlier was going to
Is there
become a
an
part of
age
this.
at which it would suddenly be okay to debate with them? What then of the night before I turned that age? Should we be prevented from doing what we wish due to the world's view of us?
Oh man, philosopher kids.
Not you two, I take it back.
Oh, gonna have a debate with a little kid.
Normal conversation with a child.
Normally is no fun. Look around. Everyone here wants the same thing.
Headaches?
Debate!
You're the first kid I've met who'd rather debate than play.
Don't tell the others, but I'm envious that you're a student of Socrates. I hope one day to be as well.
You're on the right path.
Oh,
Kid
is
doesn't-
this
not
Plato?
know. Jump.
Aristocles.
Oh,
Although I've never liked that name much.
It does sound like countless others I've heard around Athens. Why not choose another?
I can do that? Huh. My brother always had a problem saying my name. So he called me Plato instead.
ooh.
There we
So
go.
use that.
I like it.
Thank you.
Kangaroo says, to quote Evie Fry, that's Plato.
I better hurry after the others.
Is that an Evie Fry quote?
I don't, apparently, I don't know that, I don't remember that part. But I believe
All right,
Kangaroo.
Chris, I feel like there's still quite... Ooh, I leveled up. I feel like there's probably still quite a bit more to this Socrates quest, and I don't know if we have
I
time
agree.
for it here.
Do you have time to go kill this mercenary that just showed up?
Oh,
Yes, we do.
where? Oh, there it is.
I feel like I see one on your
Yep.
radar.
Okay, all right.
Can you do the crazy one where like time slows and you drop the this explosion thing.
I can't do that. Do you want me to rain arrows down on them or slam down?
Listen, I just want to see some slow motion and some slam dangos. So you deliver that however you see fit.
Sure thing, Chris.
Ubisoft News Plays, folks, home of technical terms and very reasonable requests. Oh, boom! Slam dango. Not that effective.
No, it's better for crowd control than it is for like a one-on-one fight.
Than it is for this lady with like 2 giant clubs.
She's level 77 though. That is one above us, and we just leveled up.
Narcissa the Repulsive. Man, you gotta read about this lady. Is she getting a bad rap? She's just out here on her mercenary hustle.
Uh-oh, we've angered someone else.
Well, you were swinging a giant magical glowing spear around willy-nilly in front of the temple of the Pythia, no less.
Narcissa the Repulsive was born so deeply ugly that not even her parents could bear to look at her. When she was a young girl, the other children ran away screaming at her approach. She vowed one day to give all who belittled her a true reason to scream. She kept that promise.
Well, that's heartbreaking.
I almost feel bad. Oh, there's another mercenary.
Yeah, Snake is saying, oh man, you nearly died.
Did I?
Hashashi, welcome to the chat. Hello, good to see you. Your health was a little low.
Was it?
It was a little low.
Okay. Well, we're doing all right.
But you were also, you had like activated the like God mode Lance thing, right? So you wouldn't have been able to die in that
Yeah, I
moment.
couldn't be dealt a lethal blow at that point. It's the way I kind of have my setup right now, I actually can't see my life bar, so I wasn't actually quite sure. But
Anthony's giving us a confirmation that your life was a sliver.
Yeah.
So, you know, Yusuf's just got that combat intuition. He knew that it was time to put up the non-lethal ability defense, to activate the ability that makes all attacks non-lethal.
So I think we should untame Apollo, let Apollo go free, and then...
In the middle of the friggin' square? You take that lion out into the hinterlands and let him free.
Maybe it'll just run
God.
home. Yeah, he's fine. He's just running home.
Follow him.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
You know what? Don't follow him. You don't want to be responsible. Don't go.
What lion? It's not mine.
All right, get us up to this synchronization point. Give us a nice view to wrap up this stream here.
Fair enough.
Please, if you please. Oof. Achilles Melee saying you gave me major FOMO, so I'm clearing a fort right now.
Yeah.
Excellent. The lion has gone. A synchronization over the beautiful hillside of Delphi here in Greece. If you folks want to explore ancient Greece for free on your PC, Assassin's Creed Discovery Tour Ancient Greece and Discovery Tour Ancient Egypt are free to claim right now for the next week. If you claim them on your PC account, they'll be yours to keep, and you can explore the world without getting into any pesky combat. The story, you won't be following the Assassin's Creed story, but you will be learning just a ton about the environment. You'll learn about the temples, the people's lives, the way that the society was structured. It's full of fun facts researched by like the historical team. As you probably know, Assassin's Creed employs historians for every game they do, and so these are no different. Super, super fascinating stuff. And free. Go get it. Go get it.
Yeah. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yusuf,
folks,
this was fun.
This was a ton of fun. Thank you, guys. I'm always joyed to play Assassin's Creed Odyssey, one of my favorite games of all time. And yeah, folks, if you haven't already, check it out for yourself. Hop in a Discovery Tour. This is Ubisoft News Plays. We stream every Wednesday and Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. As we said earlier, if you hit that follow button, you'll get notified every time we go live. Come hang out with us and chat. Toss some questions our way. We'll do our best to answer them. And yeah, until then, have a wonderful weekend.
Thanks for all the folks in the chat from around the world. Great to hear from you. Great to chat. Have a great time. Catch you next week.